Welcome back, everybody. So I got some cool news for all my free ChatGPT users out there. You can now access the Custom GPT library without being a ChatGPT Plus user. From my personal experience, using Custom GPTs can take your user experience from this to this. In the last video, I introduced you all to Lux, my AI co-host. If you haven't seen that video, I'll make sure to put some links up here on the screen so you can go and check it out. But Lux is an example of a custom GPT. I built Lux for a specific task. I customized Lux's capabilities to what I needed, and voila, I have my own special custom GPT. So in this video, we're going to check out the custom GPT library. We're going to talk about why it's important, and I'm going to show you guys how to build your own custom GPT. Also, make sure to check out the description of this video to find a link to our free guides and resources, things like ChatGPT cheat sheets to help you write better prompts, breakdowns on different AI tools and methods to use to create content and optimize your workflows. All right, so let's check out the custom GPT library. Now, the first thing we're going to want to do is go to ChatGPT. If you do not see your sidebar when you get here to the interface, right? You don't see anything here, you have this view. Now, I like this view. I feel like it's cleaner, but what we need is our sidebar. Now, if you want to find your sidebar or make it visible, come over here to the left of the screen, click on this open sidebar button, and that should make your sidebar visible. So let's break down the sidebar real quick. So we have the toggle on and off button for the sidebar, which you'll see, here always to the top left. Next to that, you got your new chat button. So you can start a new chat with ChatGPT. And below that, you've got all your pinned custom GPTs and the history of the last custom GPT you used or the last few you used, depending on how full your pin list is. My pinned custom GPTs are all ones that I created. So there you can see Lux, you can see Druid, Val, Newton, Pegasus, Epicurus. These are all custom GPTs that I made. These top two are two custom GPTs that I made when I first started creating custom GPTs. I'll be sure to leave the links to those down in the description because those are public. So you guys can actually go and use those. Let me know what you think of them. They're old, so they could be updated or worked on, but I think that they still offer value to new users or somebody that needs a specific task that has to do with these custom GPTs optimized. Also down here at the bottom, you're going to see your chat history with ChatGPT. Right, so it doesn't matter if it's a custom GPT or if you're just talking to ChatGPT, your history will always be down here at the bottom. So to access the custom GPT library, we're going to go to this button here that says Explore GPTs. We're going to click on that, and that's going to take us over to the custom GPT library. Very simple, very quick, very easy once you know where it is. So this, my friends, is where the magic happens. Here we have a plethora of custom GPTs for you to start using today. The library is easy to navigate. It's broken down into different areas. It's got a search bar, so you can basically find anything you need pretty quickly. So right under the search bar and the filter for the custom GPTs, we've got the featured GPTs. So these are curated, picked GPTs. These are normally pretty good because they're curated. Below that, we've got trending GPTs. So you got a list of all the most popular GPTs that people are using. And underneath that, you have by ChatGPT. ChatGPT is putting them out. The ChatGPT team is making these. So these are some of my favorites to mess around with and play with. Below that, you got writing, productivity, research analysis, education, lifestyle, programming, just all different kinds of custom GPTs that you can start using today for the specific tasks that you need to accomplish. Seeing as I use ChatGPT so often, I am a ChatGPT Plus user, but I did log out and go into another account to try to use it without the Plus feature, so just the free version. And I started experimenting with the library, and one thing I noticed that we should take into consideration is that some of the capabilities of the more advanced models, seeing as they're not available to you in the free version, if that's included in the custom GPT, it won't work correctly, right? It won't give you the full output. But if you're a free user and you use ChatGPT every day, then you should be able to find a custom GPT that does what you need here in the library. Let's really quickly take a look at one of these custom GPTs, just so you can see how easy it is to use them. Let's check out some of these writing custom GPTs because they should work perfectly even with the free version. A powerful use case for LLMs is writing SEO optimized articles for products or your brand or really whatever. So let's try this fully SEO optimized article writer, including facts. When you click on it, you're going to see sort of the front page of the custom GPT that has the logo, the title, who made it. So you can see who the people are behind that custom GPT. You can follow them because it's got their website or their socials sometimes. Below that is a description of the custom GPT, which is important when you're making your own to have a good description so it explains to users what it does. Below that, you got the ratings. You've got sort of the rank of this custom GPT. This one's number 10, which is pretty good. And the conversations. So the conversations is just how many people have used this custom GPT. And I think it's a good indicator of seeing how well something performs, right? If we know a lot of people are using it, we know they're enjoying it, we know they're getting good outputs from it, so it's good to try it out. And really what you're going to want to do with all these custom GPTs is go into them, experiment with them, see what it puts out, because I'm going to show you guys in a little bit, but it's not that difficult to create a custom GPT and make it public. It's pretty easy in the beginning. Later, when you want to update or make a more advanced custom GPT, that's when things get a little bit more complicated. So underneath all that, we have the conversation starters. Now these can be customized when you're building your custom GPT, like you can set these to what you want. It'll give you suggestions right away, like it'll set those up once you're done building. Like you don't have to worry about having those thought up or anything because it'll generate some for you. It's good to, tweak them or customize them when you create a public custom GPT so that it shows people like the true power of what your GPT does. And maybe it can just be a quick solution to avoiding people trying to prompt and not knowing what to prompt or what to put in exactly to get what they want. Like if you know that they're coming to your custom GPT for an SEO optimized article, you can tailor those to give them SEO optimized articles easily. Underneath that, you can see the capabilities. So this one seems like it has browsing capabilities, which is cool. The ratings, a lot of 5-star ratings for this. And then more by the same creators, right? You got other custom GPTs that they have made. So let's start a chat real quick. So this layout will look familiar to you because it's basically the layout we see with ChatGPT. And here you have your conversation starters. So this is what I was saying about making them like tailored to what the custom GPT does. This one says, write SEO optimized blog post on topic. And there it must have like a example topic. So let's give it a shot. Let's see what it does. So right now it's generating an article. It's using the example topic. So you could always change that, but let's just see when this finishes what it gives us. And so far it looks pretty good. Like the breakdown it's giving us, the layout it's writing. It looks like you could just copy and paste this into a WordPress or something and have a new blog post. All right, so it's done. It created a SEO optimized blog post on the topic eco-friendly water bottles. So here's a little hack for like calls to action or marketing using a custom GPT. When you build it, you can actually include links and calls to action to your webpage or your products inside of your custom GPT. So this one gave us the full article, but at the bottom, it says, get lifetime access to my private prompt library. So it's got like their calls to action, the people that created this custom GPT, with links back to their products or whatever that is. I'm not going to click on these now, but that's just an idea of what you can do with custom GPTs if you're building one, right? You can use it also as like a marketing strategy. And here we already started with this prompt that worked pretty well. So if you're new and you don't want to make a tailored in-depth prompt, you can just come up here, edit this, and change this topic. So instead of eco-friendly water bottles, we can put AI computer chips. So just in 2 seconds, we change the topic here in our original prompt or our conversation starter, and it's giving us an article about AI computer chips. So this is an example of a custom GPT that you can start using today for free and start writing articles with or creating content with. So this one was excellent. I thought it was cool. I thought it did a great job. It's still generating a very detailed and long article about AI computer chips, and I think I'd look over it and just see if there were any tweaks or touches that I could give to it. Maybe use a AI humanizer for this, like Claude is really good at that. But there's also custom GPTs that do that. So you could just work fully inside of the Custom GPT library. Get a couple Custom GPTs that you know, do what you need, and line those up and use them every day like your power team. A great way to get stuff done and to really see the power of ChatGPT. So remember, guys, it's free. Start using the Custom GPT library. If you're not, go today. Go. Use it. Use mine down there. The links are in the description. So now that you've seen how cool Custom GPTs are, what if you wanted to build one? Unfortunately, the Custom GPT Builder is not available to free users yet, but experimenting with Custom GPTs will show you how powerful they can be. And once you watch the rest of this video and see how easy it is to create them, you may want to sign up for ChatGPT Plus. Either way, there are free and cheap workarounds to create custom GPTs. For example, an API key on a platform that offers free credits like Google's API, or a free API solution like Hugging Face. I'll be sure to create a video and a guide about the Hugging Face API soon, because I think it's awesome. So keep an eye out in our free resources below and here on the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. So now let's jump into building custom GPTs. Now it might sound kind of scary if you're new to AI, if you're new to ChatGPT, but don't be afraid. Creativity is key, not being afraid, going in, figuring it out. That's what this is all about. And there's actually a GPT builder that's super easy to use. I think it's awesome inside of ChatGPT. So let's jump into that real quick. The first thing you're going to want to do is go over to your profile picture, which is located at the top right of the screen. Click on that and go to My GPTs. Here's where you're going to see all the GPTs you create. They're going to be like stored and saved here, and you can always go back to them here and work on them. And let's check out the builder view. So come up here to create a GPT. Click on that, and it's going to take us into this view. Now, to the left of the screen, we've got the GPT builder, and to the right is basically a preview of our custom GPT. So let's create one just real quick, simple, something easy to show you guys how this works. I've got a plug and play template that I created. It'll be available in the free resources and guides. The link is in the description below. I'm going to give the builder the empty template and work with the builder to create a GPT live with you guys. So now that we've given the builder the template, it's going to use that as a guide to build our custom GPT. Let's try and create a GPT that takes a topic or subject and writes the perfect SEO optimized title for online articles, blog posts, and YouTube videos. Optimized for like performance and views, performance in YouTube search and web search. So it ranks on the top of search engines like Google and Bing. All right, so it looks like it's using the template as a guide and building sort of the constraints and the personalization and stuff like that of our custom GPT. The cool part is the builder guides you through this, right? So steps to create your GPT. Step 1, confirm the purpose and behavior. So you can go up here and look at everything it gave you, like the purpose, generate high-performing SEO optimized titles for online articles, blog posts, and YouTube videos to improve search engine rankings and viewer engagement, provides concise, compelling, keyword-rich titles based on provided topic or subject, ensures titles are optimized for performance in web search engines and YouTube search, considering the current trends and best SEO practices. So this is good enough, right? Just for this example. So let's confirm that we like that and we don't want to make any changes. Looks good, builder. Please continue. And now it's giving us suggestions for names for our custom GPT. Some of these are kind of lame in my opinion, but some of them are all right. Like, I think we're going to go with title boost for this example. So here it's going on to the next step, which is our profile picture. And the cool part about this is you can generate the profile picture that you want. Here it automatically generated this, which looks like a magnifying glass with an arrow going through it, which is not my favorite. So let's just see what it can make. Let's not waste too much time on the profile picture. I think you guys get the idea here. You can customize this and play around with this to get the profile picture that you want. But I think for now, I'm okay with this. I'm not seeing the conversation starters, so let's have it add in the conversation starters. There we go. It created the conversation starters, and you can always update those as well. Let's add a description into Title Boost. Remember that over here in the preview window, you can see the updates that you're making. You can see that it added in the description like we asked. We've got our profile picture, our title, our description, our conversation starters. And if you wanted to start testing out your custom GPT, you could down here in the chat box, you could start a test conversation. But let's just create the GPT so you can see this final step. So what you're going to want to do is come up here to the right, click on the create button, and it's going to give you 3 options. The first option is only me, so it's sort of a private custom GPT, which is the way I have a lot of mindset. Anyone with the link, so if you want to just share it with you, a friend, or maybe your team, you can share it with a link. And then the last option is GPT Store. Now your GPT will appear in the Explore GPTs page. So this makes it public and allows other people to use it. I'm going to make this one public so you guys can mess around with it. I'll be sure to include the link down in the description as well. And let's just save this and continue. Cool. So then it gives you the link here, and you can paste this and share it with your friends, share it with your team, like I said earlier. But let's check out our GPT. So let's go to View GPT, and here we go. We've got our GPT ready to go. Let's try out one of these conversation starters. So create an SEO optimized title for a new article about specific topic. And here it's going to ask, certainly, could you please provide the specific topic or subject of your new article? Let's do AI computer chips. Let's continue on that theme that we had earlier. And there we go. It gave us SEO optimized titles. So it looks like we've got the title here, and then below an explanation of why it generated this title. So it says combines the main topic with keywords like revolutionizing technology and smarter processing to highlight innovation and benefits. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool for trying to come up with an idea for a title. Now, this custom GPT is something that we made as an example, and it could definitely be worked on. People put hours and hours and hours into their custom GPT. So what we could do, just to show you guys the other way, or like the other options you have of customizing your GPT, you come over here to edit GPT, or create a new GPT. It's going to give us the same view. So let's go edit GPT. All right, so now that we're back in the builder view, we created our custom GPT. Let's say you wanted to create something a bit more powerful. You could come over here to the configure tab, which is basically where I am creating most of my custom GPTs now. And it gives you kind of like a template breakdown, right? So you got your title, you got your description, you got your instructions, so custom instructions. OpenAI is always really informative and helpful with everything they do. And if you hover over like instructions, it'll tell you, what does this GPT do? How does it behave? What should it avoid doing? So you could take those 3 questions and use that to build your custom instructions. Then conversation starters, examples for the users to start the conversation, right? So here you can actually customize these just by clicking on them and changing them. You can add in new conversation starters. I'm not sure how many you can have in here. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, what if you had like 30 conversation starters? So if you guys know how many you can have, just let me know. You can upload knowledge, right? So additional files for this GPT to reference. So here's where you can just pack your GPT with valuable information that's going to make it more powerful. You just think of like your end goal and think of what kind of information you could pack into your GPT to make it give you the most optimal performance, right? Below that, you have the capabilities. You got web browsing, DALL-E image generation, and code interpreter and data analysis. So allow this GPT to run code. When enabled, this GPT can analyze data, work with files you've uploaded, do math, and more. So it's kind of cool to have these all selected. I like to select them all, but sometimes you only need one of these 3, right? Maybe you just need it for images or whatever. And then here you can create a new action. You can connect an API key, right? So you go and you sign up for OpenAI's API. You get an API key, you plug it in here, and you write a schema for a custom action. I'm not going to show you guys this today because I can make a whole nother video about working on schemas and working on this part of creating a custom GPT. So I'll be sure to break down the schemas and stuff like that in another video. I've been working more in this space for creating my custom GPTs. And if you don't know how to write schema or understand code, remember that you can use ChatGPT to do all these things. You can use Gemini, you can use other LLMs to code for you. So just remember that. But yeah, this is a more advanced way to build a custom GPT, and probably the way all the pros would tell you they built their custom GPT. But I'm sure a lot of people just use the builder, and there's probably really popular GPTs inside of the GPT store, the GPT library, that were just built with the GPT builder. So now you know how to access the custom GPT store or library as a free user. You know how to easily build a custom GPT. Remember to check out our free resources for the template I used today to build the custom GPT, and make sure to share this video, leave a comment, and subscribe.